Greetings, Swamp Foxes. This is Troy Newham, author of 2084, The Search for Love, Hope, and Faith, available on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle version. And this week's message from Moses is about Syria and Assad and people who can't keep their mouths shut. Alright, well, first of all, people are going to say, well, you know, what are you going to do? If you're going to criticize him if he goes in, you're going to criticize him if he doesn't, you're just going to criticize him, so what should he do? Well, you know what? When you open your mouth, when you flap your gums, when you run your mouth like an idiot, when you put us in this position because of your pride, yeah, you deserve nothing but criticism, because there is no good answer at this point, because you had to go and open your mouth like a stupid idiot. So congratulations, you own this, and you deserve nothing but criticism, because nothing good can come from this situation because you can't keep your mouth shut. Number one rule I would give anyone in this world, if they ask me, hey, what's some advice, Troy, that you can give me to help me live a long and productive life? I would say learn to keep your mouth shut. Because when you open your mouth, you invite nothing but pain, nothing but misery for yourself. Okay, so now that Obama has flapped his gums and acted like a complete idiot, what are our options? Well, option one is that we do nothing and we let our president look like a pussy. This is actually the best option. But that's probably not going to happen, right? Can't let him look like a pussy? Nah. So we're going to have to go in. Yeah, because the military is really just an extension of Obama's dick. So, gotta use it. Alright, so let's go with option 2. Option 2 is what people do when they actually go to war. Okay? Look, if you don't really care about a situation, if this is just a hobby for you and you don't really care, you know, lives of soldiers and civilians are really just numbers on paper to you and you just really don't care, you know, then just willy-nilly do whatever you want. You don't care how much tax dollars it takes to run meaningless air raids and never actually do anything, fine. But if you really care about something, the only way to win any war is boots on the ground. Anything else is just playing around and pissing away money and being able to say, look, we're doing something. But it also says you lack the conviction of your morals. You know, you don't have any kind of conviction. You don't really care. You don't really believe. This is just for show. And that's all anyone does, because everyone's too much of a pussy to do anything that's actually tangible anymore. Because, oh God, we can't actually do that. Alright? Now, the military is meant to kill people. It's not meant to send messages, and it's not meant to let the president look like he has a big dick. Alright? Alright. So that leaves us with option number 3, which is what we will end up doing. Because, let me tell you another thing on option number 2. The Syrian border. Basically, we have no allies in the region. We have Israel, they're right here, they're tiny, man. They're connected to Syria somewhat tenuously, okay? They have a coastline. Pretty narrow coastline, all things considered. We're going to land our troops in there. We would go in, and we would have one nice long supply chain. And since Russia and China have already warned us not to do anything, or they would retaliate, they would cut that supply line off, surround our troops, and crush them. Because I don't care how strong your military is, no country can stand up to two, you know, decent opponents, we'll say, in a pincher attack. You can't do it. You're being attacked from both sides, we'd be wiped out. And we have no friends in the area, we have no place to flee to, and it would be a military disaster. And I don't think any general would go along with it, and not even Obama himself is that retarded. Alright, so that leaves us for option 3, which is probably what we're going to end up doing. We are going to go in there, we're going to sneak a ship in there, and we're going to fire off a couple of tomahawks, and then we are going to run tail out. And we can say, see, we did something, Obama's not a pussy. Like, yeah, he went in there and he sucker punched and he ran. That looks really macho and manly, doesn't it? So, you know, we give them all time. Oh, and God forbid it actually hit something important, okay? Because then that would still kind of piss off China and Russia, and we're all doing the dance. I mean, we all know the fucking moves that are going to have to be made, right? So, what are we going to do? We're going to say, okay, we are going to hit these targets. You might want to move everything important. We don't want to hurt anything. This is just for show, people. Just for show. Okay? Okay, we're good. Look, Obama is the prince of lies. Whatever he says, believe the exact opposite, and it's probably true. Alright. Don't want to take your guns. I want to take your guns. I won't raise 1 cent in taxes. I'm going to raise taxes. I will let you keep your insurance and your doctor if you want to. No, I'm not doing that. I will not spy on the American people. I'm going to spy on the American people. The Patriot Act is a terrible abomination that goes against our constitutional rights. I'm going to continue that. We can't let big business, blah, 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 taxes, blah, blah, bailouts. I mean, we could do, I won't spy on the American people. The NSA. Now, he didn't say that he wouldn't sell illegal guns to Mexico. He didn't say that he wouldn't use the IRS as an attack dog. He didn't say that he wouldn't cause, racial blah, blah, blah with Trayvon and all the other stupid things that have gone on. That beer summit, what was that thing about where the cops acted stupidly, whatever. I mean, the guy just can't keep his damn mouth shut. Not at all. He just can't. Just believe the exact opposite of anything he tells you. Because you know what? This was all predictable. Alright? It's called logic. It's not something that exists in Washington, and it seems to be nothing that exists in Obama's brain. But let me spell it out for you, because I predicted all this a year ago. Yeah. Just go back and watch my old videos, and you will find where I said this exact thing. The rebels are rebelling. That's what rebels do, or else they wouldn't be called rebels. Assad realizes that the rebels, when they catch them, will not be happy with Assad and will kill him. Alright, well that's great. Obama says Assad don't use chemical weapons or will come in and kill you. Well, Assad, realizing that if he doesn't use chemical weapons, his own people will kill him, has opted to roll the dice and see if America was bluffing. And here we are. Alright? And so now we're looking at the lives of soldiers and sailors because Obama's pride could get hurt. Isn't that lovely? We are looking at killing innocent men, women, and children in Syria because Obama's pride could be hurt. Because I love our military, but when you're launching Tomahawk missiles into countries, there's going to be quote-unquote collateral damage. And, that's just the nature of war nowadays. I'm not talking bad about it. I'm not saying that it happens on purpose. That's just the way it is. And all of this could have been avoided if he had learned my one simple rule in life. Keep your mouth shut. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it was informative. Again, read 2084, The Search for Love, Hope, and Faith, available on Amazon.com. And read War Journal. It's a really good book. I think you'll like it. Long live the Constitution, and signing off.